Hoosiers is a pretty decent film. This was released in 1986. It's directed by David Anspaugh, written by Angelo Pizzo, and we have a cast including Gene Hackman, Dennis Hopper, Barbara Hershey, Sheb Wooley, and various others. And Norman doesn't have much success as a college basketball coach, so he takes on a high school team instead. Will he be able to coach them to become a winning team and overcome various obstacles along the way? Of course, I'm not going to answer those questions, but I found it to be a really strong story with a really great inspirational narrative, and Norman is a really great character as well. It's not necessarily the fact that it's character driven. There's a lot of substance to the narrative. There are a lot of emotions in the story. But for me, I think the appeal was Norman, following his journey, really getting to know him. Very well written character with a really solid performance there. So it's not necessarily character driven. And the narrative does work really well, but Norman for me was a real appeal. The character was really, really fascinating. Easy to get behind the story emotionally. Visually, it's really great as well. We have some great camera work and lighting. The basketball games look great. The costumes look great. Music, camera work. I think I've mentioned that already. It all looks really, really effective. And in general, I'd say it's a really, really solid film. We have a nice balance as well of some moving and emotional moments with some scenes that are maybe more passionate, but not as heavy and emotional. And I think everything works really, really well. It was also nominated for 2 Oscars. Dennis Hopper was nominated for Best Actor in a Supporting Role, and Jerry Goldsmith was nominated for Best Music. I didn't make many notes about the music other than just liking it. Had I known about the Oscar nomination, I might have paid a bit more attention, but certainly the music was a pleasant part of the experience. I have no complaints, and in fact it has 7.4 out of 10 across only 56,000 reviews actually. That's obviously a lot of opinion, but compared with many films have hundreds of thousands of reviews, so very well received. Maybe a bit underrated in the sense that not as many people have seen it as I would have expected. But if it sounds like a film for you, or maybe even if not, I'm not into basketball, I couldn't care less, but I do like this kind of story. So if there's anything about this that appeals to you, then I'd say Hoosiers, also known as Best Shot, is definitely worth watching. Great character writing, really great narrative. Definitely a film that's worth checking out.